Alright guys, so let me tell you about my day.
Your hustle gotta be strong in this industry, as in any other industry.
Well, today went out and tried to knock on a few doors, so to speak. I went to 5 different places, and I wasn't even intending to do that many. I was only intending to go by one place. And just to let you know, this is my first time going out and actually trying to just solicit business by showing up to businesses and talking to someone. And let me tell you, like, and people have said it over and over that I've talked with. You know, it takes a lot of knocking, so to speak. You're going to shoot your shot. You're going to shoot a lot of shots and not hit the target very often. And that was the case today. Didn't get no hit, so to speak. Wasn't nobody that committed to anything, but at least started that the chain of events as far as just to start that communication. Try and open up communication with some places. The first place I went to was a dry ice facility. I had hauled out of there about 2 years ago and spoke with the guy that day, and he said that there could be some use for, you know, cargo sprinter vans delivering some dry ice outside of his small radius. He only covers a small radius, and sometimes he has customers that, you know, the stuff could go out further, but he just doesn't want to send his vans out there for that. So I spoke with him, and just to let you know, for anybody that's interested, again, I'm no professional at this, obviously. This is my first day going and doing this. So all I did, you know, this one was pretty simple because I'd met the guy prior. He didn't remember me when I went in there, but I remembered him and his name, and, you know, shook his hand, introduced myself, told him what I had to offer. You know, I just wanted to find out if you had any use for cargo and sprinter size vans. I spoke with you before. You had talked about the possibility of maybe having some use for that for some customers and so on and so forth. Give him my business card and shook hands, and we went our separate ways. It was that simple. There was no talking about rates, prices, or anything at that point. I did, when I come back home, I did follow up with an email. And in that email, I went ahead and I sent him our certificate of insurance just to show the proof of insurance, give him the description and dimensions of the vehicles that we have to offer. Also let him know that we have the availability of tracking through MacroPoint for him and or his customer. So that was what I've done so far. Is there more I could have done? I don't know, but that's where I'm at with it right now. Leave it be at that point for the time being, and in a couple of weeks, a few weeks, I'll follow up again, either with an in-person stop or an email again. More than likely in person, because he's not too far from here. After I was done there, as I said, I only intended to do that one place, and then when I left there, I was actually heading to my father's before I went to my brother's to do some to have a meeting at my brother's about business. So on my way to my father's, I seen this place that I passed. And I seen tow motors out there and some freight and everything. I'm like, you know what? F it. Let me stop. You know? So I pulled in there, spoke to somebody in shipping, you know, gave them the spiel. Just wanted to see if you have any use for cargo vans or sprinter vans. He wasn't in charge of linking that up. He did give me the information, the contact information of who I need to speak with, which I have not called them yet. I'll call them tomorrow. For whatever reason, me personally, later in the day, I don't want to call. For one, a lot of people, I think, may have their mind on going home. They're not really trying to concentrate on business. Okay, as I was saying, later in the afternoon, I feel like it's just could be bothersome to them. I want to catch them in the first part of the day. They're more, I believe, they're more focused and willing to, you know, communicate. Again, that's just my thought process on it. So I'll give them a ring tomorrow. So then, you know, I went over, ended up at my brother's. Today I was supposed to get together with his wife, who is responsible for our back office stuff as far as payroll and whatnot, to basically kind of teach me, I guess, how to do payroll, how all that process goes, just so I know for when she's not available, or if she just totally decides she doesn't want to do it anymore, whatever it may be. So that was what the plan was, which we wasn't able to do that today. So I ended up just sitting there and talking with her and my brother about a few things to do with the business. Obviously, this the decline in work right now. The economy sucks ass. Freight rates are horrible. The volume is extremely low. And guys, I mean, I don't know if it's going to get any better anytime soon. I would not be surprised if it gets worse. So please, just on a side note, you guys just be mindful and be prepared. So after I left my brother's, I went by another location that I had hauled out of a couple of years ago. 2 years ago, to be exact, is what it showed on my timeline. And talked with them. They gave me a number to a switchboard, which took me to the wrong location. When I went back in and asked the lady about it to see if there was anything else, she was kind of just blowing me off. So that's how that one went. It just she just kind of blew me off, so didn't really come up with anything there. Now, in the same complex right there was another place. It was a label place, so I went back there and spoke to them and asked if they had any use, and he was like, nah man, you guys come in here all the time asking us about that, and the people we use right now, we're happy with them and we're not gonna switch it, and I asked who they're using, and they told me who they're using, and I also asked, do you have vans come in and out here a lot? And he said, yeah, we have vans come in and out here often. So I asked him for the info. He said he was kind of busy, didn't want to give the info, go get it out front as far as phone number. He didn't tell me the name of the place, which I then went directly to the van, looked them up online, gave them a call. The person I needed to speak to was not available, so I did leave a voicemail, and hopefully he'll return it. And if and when he does, I'll update you guys on how that goes. On top of all that, dealing with insurance claim. My 2017, it has been down for 7 weeks now, and I still don't even have an estimate. I mean, I am livid over this. So that's where we're at with it. I don't even have an update on that. Like, the update is basically we're still waiting. It's the same update I've had for the last 7 weeks. I'll get more into that in another video. So I just wanted to give you guys kind of some insight onto what I went through today, going out and knocking on doors for the first time. It felt pretty good. I was a little nervous at first, but once I got in there, honestly, as soon as I got in there and I spoke to the guy, shook his hand, kind of just started talking, and it's pretty easy at that point. I mean, I'm not going to oversell anything, and I'm not going to undersell what we have. Just basically going to have a conversation with the person, give them the information of what we have and what we can provide for them. And if they choose to use us, they choose to use us. That's all we can do, correct? So anybody that's thinking about going out and trying to solicit business, man, get out there and just do it. Don't be afraid. The worst they can do is tell you no, right? As I said, the one lady, she just kind of blew me off. And don't get me wrong, like, in the back of my mind, it's just like, bitch, like, what? Like I'm standing here talking to you, and you just kind of, like, blowing me off, man. Like, shit, I'm out here trying to earn a living. That's kind of what's going through my head in a fraction of a second, But, again, not going to flip out or get pissy with anybody. Just understand this, I'm sure these places get people coming in often trying to solicit their service as well. So, gotta be mindful of all that. Alright guys, so I'm gonna get off here. I'm gonna go pick up the granddaughter, and I'm gonna head over to my dad's house and visit with my dad for a little while, guys. I will talk to you guys later. Be safe.